Well, hey guys, welcome to Star Wars on High. Thank you for stopping by. We are back with episode 9 of The Bad Batch Season 2, The Crossing. Now, we just had the two-part season, mid-season finale that was phenomenal last week. So, how did this episode stack up? Well, it was a very different episode for the Bad Batch in general. Honestly, this episode felt very different to me, and it was again our heroes on an adventure for Sid, doing some quest, doing some mining. But the episode was actually really somber, and it dealt, I felt like, with some kind of important and mature things. And overall, the core message here is, change is hard. Major life changes impact people in different ways, and we saw Tech and Omega kind of go through this and have their struggles dealing with the loss of Echo in the finale. There will be spoilers ahead, but again, I don't think there's anything major. There's no crazy plot point that's going to ruin the show for you. This is very much just an episode focused on the characters. And what I really liked in this episode overall was the fact that, so many times in the Bad Batch and the Clone Wars, there's these long, sprawling seasons where not all the time huge major events are happening, and so these character moments can be called filler, can feel not as important. But this one to me was, Tech last season did not get a lot of time to shine, and so far has already had, I think, 2 episodes where he's had a lot more chances. Omega is young; she's growing up. Of course, she's going to have these struggles, and I love the character of Omega. When we went into Bad Batch season 1, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything about this character, and now she is extremely important, I think, to the story and to the team. And so I love that we get this time, even though again, it's not as maybe spectacular as last week's episode. I still think it's important on this journey with these heroes. And I found myself in a way experiencing what Omega was feeling with the change of the group. Losing Echo as a consistent member is sad. Losing Crosshair as a reoccurring character in the show in a lot of ways. The Havoc Marauder, their ship was taken. I feel that change as just a fan watching the show. And so I think it's very cool that they explore what this would actually mean for these characters. Guys, as always, the visuals are just phenomenal. This might have been the prettiest episode so far. This planet we're on with the reds and the blues and the storm rumbling in were just phenomenal. I say it so many times, but it must be commended, the work they're doing. And so overall, yeah, this episode does not necessarily hit the highs we've seen this season, but I do think it's an important story point on this journey. It does make me wonder where the show goes with these characters. How many seasons are we going to get? I still think 3. I think next season is going to be a shorter kind of wrap-up season with kind of a big mission, maybe a sacrifice of Crosshair as he turns, good for one last time, maybe something like that. That's my expectations. But I think what we might see is the group just solely kind of dissipate and go do different things. Maybe Omega leaves and finds her own journey and has her own story that I can't even think of. And what that excites me overall, not knowing where these characters are going to go, where the story is going to take them. I mean, of course, we know the big events that happen in the galaxy after this point, but I don't know what happened to these characters. Are they going to find some sort of peaceful life? Are they going to always be fighting and on the run from the Empire? Are they going to have a heroic sacrifice? I don't know what lays in store for these heroes, but I'm invested with these characters. And moments like this, even though, again, maybe don't meet the high bar we've seen so far this season, I think it does succeed in a different way. And I enjoy the fact that the show feels mature, especially last week's episode with this political scheming and with all of this espionage in play. The show does not take its audience, they treat its audience with respect and serious. And I really, really have enjoyed going from Andor into this. It's very much a different feeling, but similar in the way that it deals with real consequences of life and of war. And I really enjoy that. And guys, we're only 2 weeks away from The Mandalorian. 2 weeks from today, we're going to be seeing season 3. So we're going to have Bad Batch running at the same time as The Mandalorian, which is going to be very interesting. I think, unfortunately, that likely means Bad Batch is going to get the short end of the stick in some of these final episodes, but I am still very excited to keep watching this, and I hope it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. I mean, hey, I'm so excited for Mandalorian. I think my expectations for the season are through the roof. I am so excited. I think this has a chance to be my favorite Star Wars show so far. So we shall see what that brings us and how this runs alongside, but I hope it doesn't get lost in the mix. What did you guys think of this week's episode? How have you liked this season so far? I haven't felt maybe as much excitement this season I did last time, and part of that I think is just this time of year has been a little slower for Star Wars, but it's about to pick up. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts down below. We appreciate y'all. Looking forward to a very fun spring as we go from Mando into Jedi Survivor into May the 4th with Vision Season 2. It's going to be an awesome ride. We hope you stick with us. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you again very soon.